Hey everyone, Dan with MacRumors, and this week fans of the popular Newton Mail application, which was previously known as Cloud Magic, rejoiced in the news that the app was coming back. Newton never technically left the App Store after the company announced that it was going to be shut down in September, but it wasn't actively being worked on. After it was shut down, however, Android founder Andy Rubin's company Essential acquired Cloud Magic, which was the company behind Newton Mail. There was no official announcement on what was actually happening with the app or anything of that nature, and then yesterday, Newton's founder announced that the app is back with a few minor updates, bug fixes, and a price change. So why is this big news? Well, if you're a fan of the application and a subscriber, and you didn't actually delete your account, you can now access it once again and begin using the app. Newton was my personal favorite email app, and I've been struggling to find a full-time replacement since the announcement of the shutdown a few months ago. We actually made a video on my favorite email apps just a few days ago, which you can go ahead and check out by clicking the card or the link in the description down below. And the reason for that video was my never-ending search to replace Newton Mail. I actually had no idea that it was going to come back a few days later. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Newton Mail, here are a few reasons why I think it's one of the more well-rounded apps out there. One of the biggest reasons why I love Newton is that it's available on nearly every platform. You can download it for iOS, Android, macOS, and Windows. As someone who uses most of these platforms on a daily basis, finding something that works well with all four is pretty difficult. The app, to me, isn't overly flashy or loaded with tons of features that you're probably never going to use. It has a modest amount of really great features that work really well, all bundled in a clean and minimal UI. So here are a few reasons why I really like using this app. The first feature is read receipts. Love them or hate them, read receipts is a very useful feature for those who rely on them. I use them quite a bit, mostly as a way of tracking who I need to follow up with and ensuring whether some important emails have actually been sent and read by the right people. Newton's system is very good and super accurate compared to other email apps out there. Other useful features that Newton calls superchargers include scheduling emails to be sent at a later date, which adds an option at the bottom that ensures your email won't be sent if that person replies before you actually send it. So that kind of makes sure that there's no awkward conversation. You can have a daily recap of emails that you might have forgotten about that need your attention sent to you every morning, as well as snooze emails for your inbox in order to be brought back at a later date. Another cool feature is the tidy inbox, which is useful for those who get a ton of newsletters and social media emails. Newton will automatically put all of that junk in separate boxes for you to take a look at later. Also, if you ever suffer from the fear of saying something dumb or having awkward spelling mistakes in your emails and you're too afraid to send the email, or you sent it and you think you might have made a mistake, well, the undo send feature is a nice bonus. The app integrates well with tons of task managers and productivity apps, and pretty much contains everything you could want in one email app synced across all platforms. The only thing that makes the app not a perfect 10 out of 10 in my eyes is the subscription fee. Originally, the fee was $49 a year, and then towards the end of the app's first run, subscriptions were raised to a $99 a year with no built-in monthly subscription. You had to pay it all in full. This was most likely the demise of the app the first time, and I'm shocked the app returned with a same subscription model. The good news is they did reduce the price back to $49 a year, which is really only a little over $4 a month. I kind of wish that you can pay monthly and cancel whenever, but right now you have to pay it all up front. I do find that price tag to be worth it, however, but I can see why most people might migrate to another app that's totally free. As mentioned before, we made a video highlighting some of our best picks, and all of them are worthy competitors, but they lack that cross-platform compatibility, which is why I could never truly stick with one particular app. Also, be sure to check out their privacy policy to make sure that it lines up with how you want your information stored, shared, etc. It will be interesting to see if the company decides to adjust its business model in the coming months, or if Newton will offer anything new to prevent another future shutdown. Go ahead and let me know if you're planning to try out Newton, or if you were a Newton subscriber, if you're planning on returning in the comments section down below. If you're not planning to return, let me know which app you switched to and why. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.